Let's grow together, you and me. It's the digitally integrated art lab. Let's see. Can you feel the vibe? Group, we feel it. Oh yeah. Building dreams worldwide. Group, we're building. Oh yeah. Got AI tools at your fingertips. Learn to market, design and script. From Canva tricks to Etsy flair, DCT takes you everywhere. Who's ready to thrive? We're ready, oh yeah. Let's bring our goals alive. We'll do it, oh yeah. DCT, where the magic starts. Turning passions into works of art. Empowered minds, success in sight. We're shining bright all day, all night. Who's got the mindset strong? Group, we got it, oh yeah. Who's been dreaming all along? Group, we dreamed it, oh yeah. Time to soar, don't wait too long. We're flying, oh yeah. Live shifts every Friday night, answering questions, keeping it tight. Community strong, we all belong. Here in DCT, we can't go wrong. Who's here to create? Group, we're here now, oh yeah. Let's innovate, collaborate together, oh yeah. DCT, it's the place to be for digipreneurs just like you and me. Lift your voice, let's shout and sing. At DCT we do big things. Welcome to DCT, where creativity sets you free. Let's grow together, you and me. It's the digitally integrated art lab. Let's see. Can you feel the vibe? Group, we feel it. Oh yeah. Building dreams worldwide. Group, we're building. Oh yeah. Got AI tools at your fingertips. Learn to market, design and script. From Canva tricks to Etsy flair, DCT takes you everywhere. Who's ready to thrive? Group, we're ready, oh yeah. Let's bring our goals alive. We'll do it, oh yeah. DCT, where the magic starts. Turning passions into works of art. Empowered minds, success in sight. We're shining bright all day, all night. Who's got the mindset strong? Group, we got it, oh yeah. Who's been dreaming all along? Group, we dreamed it, oh yeah. Time to soar, don't wait too long. We're flying, oh yeah. Live shifts every Friday night, answering questions, keeping it tight. Community strong, we all belong. Here in DCT, we can't go wrong. Who's here to create? Group, we're here now, oh yeah. Let's innovate, collaborate together, oh yeah. DCT, it's the place to be for digipreneurs just like you and me. Lift your voice, let's shout and sing. At DCT we do big things.
All right. Hey, everybody. Hey, my name is Misha Bazemore, And I am here to give you guys some game. I am in here to give you some game. This is for my people that may be 40 and up, 50 and up, even some 30 something year old people, or some 20-year-old people that want to talk to their moms, dads. You want to get them into AI because they have game, right? I want you guys to know this: healing is the side hustle that you've been looking for. Legacy is the end game. So that's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and replace my screen and show you guys this. All right. Give me a one in the chat if this is you. You didn't survive all that just to post cute quotes and protect your peace until you disappear. That's not what you're doing. That ain't it. That ain't it. All right? Your healing deserves receipts, peace, power, and profit that scream, I was here. You didn't come this far just to stay silent. You came to leave a mark. The legacy you're building starts with the truth you're finally ready to live out loud. And I feel like a lot of I'm going to switch my earpiece here. I feel like a lot of us right now are going through some very harsh things for one reason or another. You are being taken through a lesson, and it's up to you to turn that lesson into something that can help you and other people. All right. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, because you didn't go through all you went through just to turn around and say something like, oh, post some cute meme or some cute post or nothing like that. Nah, we ain't doing that. All right. Now, before we get started, I need to do a check in on everybody. How's everybody doing? Go ahead and let me know you're good, you're not good. Let's go ahead. Let's just I'm gonna reset everything here on. So I'm going to reset everything. There we go. Go ahead and let me know how you guys are doing. 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 and not so well. What I want you guys to do, like we usually do. Those of us that are 4s and 5s, let's lean into the 1s and the 2s, right? Those of you that are 3s, y'all are right there. Y'all just coasting. Y'all like, look, I'm good. And I'm straight, right? I'm good with that, right? I'm going to tell you guys this. I'm doing exceptionally well. Yesterday was my birthday. April 27th was my birthday. And I had the opportunity to turn 50 years old. All right. Before I get into how my day is going and how my yesterday went, let's go ahead and let's lean into Toki Roche. Toki Roche, Tokie Roche here on YouTube. Let's lean into their space and send them some good vibes. Let them know that they are not alone in this thing, since they are a one. All right. So yesterday I had the opportunity or the gift of turning 50 years old. There was a time when I didn't even think 50 was going to actually be a thing for me, right? And now here I am. Here I am. 50 years young, but wise at the very same time. My ability to look the way I look at 50 years old is genetics. And if my mom is watching, hey, mama, hey, it is strictly genetics. It is genetics. It is genetics. It is genetics. It's also drinking water and minding my business. All right. And also knowing that instead of letting things that may feel tough be a thing that I hang my hat on, I'm going to go ahead and use that thing as a lesson learned and pivot out of that space, or allow myself to be in that space for a while. Sometimes you just got to sit in your feelings. Sometimes you just got to sit in them. And I know as uncomfortable as it may be, sometimes you have to sit in those feelings. And for some of us, that's not a really, we really don't like to do that, but you will learn that your healing can be right there once you get to know yourself in that space. All right. All right. So let's get it going. Healing is the side hustle, legacy is the game. I have 5 prompts to turn your breakthroughs into blueprints so peace and profit can finally coexist. 2 things existing at the same time, peace and profit. Go ahead and type P&P, peace and profit. Type it inside of the chat. Peace and profit. Give me a P&P, 2 P's. Just let me know that y'all ready to talk peace and profit. All right. Talking peace and profit. All right. So this isn't just about you. And that's the whole point. You've been through it, and not the cute kind of self care hard, right? We're talking the kind of pain that made you question your worth, your voice, and your power. If that is you, I'm speaking to you. We're talking about the kind of pain that made you question your worth, your voice, and your power. But you're still here. Not just breathing, you're waking up. And now you want more than healing. You want peace that pays, boundaries that don't bend, and a legacy your people will feel without you having to explain it at all. And I know what I know, what I know. And y'all don't call me Big Mish, not the little Mish. Y'all don't call me that for no reason. Y'all see that peace for me pays. You see that I have boundaries that don't bend, and you also see that I'm building a legacy. I am from Detroit, Michigan. Detroit versus everybody is a sweatshirt I have on right now. And my corner of the world did not promise this to me. This is something that I had to learn along the way. And everything that I've been through has gotten me to this point, and the same holds true for you if you choose to reframe, REFRAME, reframe the way that you think about the things you have been through. All right? Because peace pays. All right? This isn't a rah rah motivation type situation. No, it's a map. This is a map. Each prompt that I'm about to share with you is a mirror, a flashlight, and a chisel. Because when you really heal, you don't just break cycles, you build something that outlives the pain that tried to hold you back. All right. So before I move on, I want you guys to go ahead and get your snapshot fingers together because I want to make sure you guys get these prompts. So I want to give you guys a chance to go ahead and get yourselves squared away, get ready to screenshot this thing. Make sure if you're on Facebook, you're sharing this out. Make sure you're commenting on Facebook so this can reach other people. The replay will live here on YouTube. I'm on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So in order for me to be able to deliver the content the way that you need it, I need for audience participation. And because we are on a platform that doesn't allow me to see your face, then I need to be able to gather information by how you interact with this video. All right. So go ahead and let everybody go ahead and check the buttons. Make sure you're good to go. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Want to make sure that we're good to go. And yes, we're going to go ahead and check Facebook as well. All right. Let me go there because I want to make sure that you guys are getting this and I don't want to ignore my people on Facebook. All right. So go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Let's get this thing going. All right. Thank you, Janice. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. So how to use what I'm about to show you. Each prompt is designed like a conversation with your future self, the one who's unbothered, well paid, and emotionally fluent. I want to get you guys to that person. Here's how to work through everything that I'm going to show you. Make sure you get your trigger fingers together. Those of you that are in DCT, this will be uploaded into DCT, and y'all ain't got to worry about screenshotting any of this stuff. It will be there for you to use. All right, trying to move this out the way. Well, nope, it's not going to let me move it out the way. Let me go ahead and go back. There we go. All right. So follow the order. These prompts are a layered process from calling back your power to planning your legacy. Skipping around won't give you the same shift. Take your time. Don't just answer, reflect, pause, repeat. Let ChatGPT, Claude, whatever you're using, let it guide you one question at a time. Each answer unlocks the next. Turn your growth into gold. If something clicks for you, save that conversation. You can repurpose your transformation into digital journals, guides, or planners that help others and bring in passive income. Yes, you can, just from what I'm about to show you right now. So, why this order matters. Prompt number one: who in the hell told you that was your truth? Who told you you weren't good enough? Who told you you shouldn't say anything? Who told you you wouldn't be worth anything? Who told you that? Who in the hell told you that, right? You call out the lies that have been running the show. All right. Prompt two, this is why you want to go in this order. Boundaries are not rude, they're respect. Why are they respect? Because if you put boundaries in, or when you put boundaries in place, and you choose to respect your own boundaries and teach people how to respect your own boundaries, then they get a better version of you, which means you can show up the most respectful person you know how. So you define what you're no longer available for. Prompt number three: fighting what already happened. You accept the past so it stops stealing your future. Some of you guys have heard me talk about this. This is called radical acceptance. Stop fighting what already happened. You accept the past so it stops stealing your future. This is easier said than done, but I promise you guys, it's possible. Number four, build it like you'll be quoted someday. Build it out like one day somebody's going to be speaking your name in a room you are not in. Begin building your business from a healed place, not a hustled one. Today, the day after my birthday, April 28th, 2025, is the last day you hustle. Or let this be right now the last moment you hustle. All right? We're going to move into a healed place and not from a hustling place. Prompt five: be the ancestor they brag about. You expand your vision to the generations that'll come after you. That is the legacy. And you can do all of this while you're healing yourself. You can do all of that and at the very same time build out a digital download product that you can make money from. So the dream outcome after these five prompts: clarity around the internal narratives that kept you small. That's your inside voice. What does it sound like? That thing. A real definition of peace and power and what it looks like for you. A personal blueprint for your healing and digital empire. Boundaries that feel like honoring yourself, not punishment for others. Y'all heard me, right? Boundaries that feel like honoring yourself, not punishment for others. And the last one, a roadmap you can use to create journals, courses, or digital products that change lives. Journal and digital product ideas from your own breakthroughs. Here's what you could create for others based on your process. Break the Lie Journal, a guided workbook to help others name and reframe their most damaging internal beliefs. Product two, Permission to Be at Peace Planner, a weekly boundary setting and emotional check in tool. Number three, Legacy Blueprint, a prompt deck, a digital card with legacy building questions based on what helped you shift. Each of these can be created with the raw content from your conversation with ChatGPT. You lived it, you package it. Disclaimer, because we keep it real around here. This guide is not a replacement for licensed professional help. Please seek support from qualified therapists, counselors, or mental health professionals if you're working through trauma or emotional distress. Your results will always come down to you. This guide is a tool, not magic. We're here to help you build a roadmap, but you're the one who's driving. So, ready? Start with prompt one below. And remember, healing is the side hustle, legacy is the end game. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and start up ChatGPT, and I'm going to drop the prompts right into ChatGPT. So, the next slide. If you're ready, go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready. I want to make sure you guys are ready. You're locked in. You're ready to go before I get started because I don't want anybody to miss anything. All right. So go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat when you are ready to go. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'll hold tight. Let me know when you guys are ready, ready, ready. Let me know when you're ready. Y'all ready? All right. Y'all said y'all ready. So 5 prompts to turn your breakthroughs into blueprints so peace and profit can finally exist. Prompt number 1. Who told you that? You want to put this prompt into ChatGPT. ChatGPT, I need your help. Please act as a truth-speaking mindset coach who helps people uncover the internalized beliefs that have been secretly running their life. Beliefs about success, rest, money, love, and worth that were never theirs to begin with. Use a bold, direct, slightly spicy tone that makes me confront the lie without shaming the version of me that believed it. Show that version of you some grace. Ask me 3 questions, one at a time. Acknowledge each answer and give me 3 real life examples for everyone so I can finally see how this lie has been showing up and start rewriting it. Speak to me like someone who knows I'm powerful, but tired of dragging stories that never belonged to me in the first place. I'm going to go ahead and copy this prompt. So I'm going to Command C, and then I am going to go back to present. I'm going to go into ChatGPT. Let me switch out my screen and paste it here so I can actually see it. Replace screen. And there it is. So I pasted the prompt there. ChatGPT, I need your help. Please act as a truth speaking. You see it there, right? ChatGPT came back and said, got it. I'm stepping into it fully. No sugarcoating, no shaming either. I see you. You're powerful as hell. But I also see the weight you're carrying that was never yours. Let's get to it. First question. When you think about success, what's the first quiet belief that creeps up in your body? The one that says what you have to be or have to do in order to reserve it. Answer it in your own words. I'll acknowledge it, then break it down with real life examples. I am here to help. So anybody want to jump in on this? Like just one word or 2 or 3 words. What is something that you think about? The belief. When you think about success, what is the belief that creeps up in your body? And while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to tell you guys this. I am a certified mindset coach in a few areas. All right. I am also a veteran of the Marine Corps. And as an NCO, I actually had to walk people through stuff like this. And I'm also, I've managed my own departments and made sure that people are okay. So this is something that I've done for myself and for other people. So when you think about success, what's the first quiet belief, right? So Black Gypsy, they said, let's turn this one off. There we go. They said, I can't do it. You don't know my upbringing. All right. We're going to go ahead and we're going to send it through. This is a great way to learn how to use ChatGPT as well. All right. It came back and said, thank you for being real. That's exactly the kind of honesty that tells me we're on the right street. You're right. I don't know every detail of your upbringing, but what I do know is that when you say, I can't do it, that's not your soul talking. That's an old survival voice that learned early it was safer to shrink than to risk. That's why a lot of you don't start businesses, because there's a voice inside of you that says, go ahead and hide away because what you have to offer is not worth it, right? That's that internal voice that I'm talking about. Instead of taking a risk and failing beautifully, right? Failing is an opportunity to learn what doesn't work for you and give you the opportunity to pivot. It is not the time to give up on yourself. It's the time to say, you know what? That doesn't work for me. Maybe it'll work for me later on. Let me figure out how I can pivot into something else, but I refuse to give up. So let's break this lie wide open because it's been sneaking into your life in ways you might not even realize. So here's how I can do it often, or here's how I can't do it often shows up in real life. And y'all say me in the chat if this is you. Self-sabotage right before the finish line. You start a project, you're halfway through, it's good, and then you stall out. Suddenly you're too busy, you're too tired, it's not a big deal anyway. Truth, it's not laziness. It's the deep rooted belief whispering, who are you to actually finish and shine? Number two, taking the longest route possible. You overcomplicate the hell out of things. Let me know if this is you. 10 steps when it could have taken two. Because somewhere inside, success that's easy feels like cheating, like you didn't earn it properly. That's how some people feel about AI. You don't feel like you're earning it because you feel like you're cheating, and it's a tool. Number three, picking safe dreams, not your real ones. You aim for what feels realistic, not what actually sets your soul on fire. Because if you really wanted what you wanted and didn't get it, the heartbreak would feel like proof that you were never enough to begin with, which is a lie. But damn, it feels real when it's unspoken. All right. So pick one of these, have a conversation with ChatGPT. Um, with Black Gypsy, do you want to select one, two, or three? What do you hear? Or what do you experience? Self-sabotage right before the finish line. One, two, taking the longest route possible. Picking safe dreams, not your real ones. Three. Go ahead and let me know in the chat. House Code Grandma, she said, I got you. It's number three. I want to see if Black Gypsy wants to answer this. Let me know, Black Gypsy, what you want to do, what you want to do, what you want to do. All right. So maybe they're trying to find the button, or maybe they stepped away. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and use three. You said self-sabotage. All right. So one. So Black Gypsy chose self-sabotage. I'm going to pick one because it is going to ask me three questions, right? Number two, or this is number three. All right. So first, it acknowledged my input. When you say one, I'm hearing the old belief straight up. Rest equals being lazy. Rest equals failure. Rest equals failing behind. Y'all continue to type me if this is you in here. Just type me in the chat. That's a heavy, cruel story, and it's not even yours. It's some recycled survival manual handed to you before you could even choose what you believed about yourself. Let's get even clearer. Here's how if I rest, I'm lazy or failing shows up in real life. Guilt while doing nothing. You finally sit down to relax, but you can't enjoy it. Your mind races. I should be doing something. I'm wasting time. Other people are getting ahead. Instead of feeling restored, you end up more exhausted because guilt worked overtime. Number two, overbooking yourself to prove you're valuable. Your calendar's packed, your brain's fried, your body's screaming, but you keep saying yes. Because if you're useful, you're worthy. Spoiler, you were worthy the second you were born. No receipts needed. crashing hard, then blaming yourself. You ignore your exhaustion until your body forces you to stop. Sickness, burnout, migraines, high blood pressure, what is it? Dizziness, vertigo. Some of you heart palpitations. Some of you guys work yourselves until you crash. Then you beat yourself up for not being strong enough instead of seeing that your system was trying to save you from living in constant overdrive. You are not put here to be a machine. You are a human being, not a human doing. Rest is not the opposite of success. Rest is required for success. Let me highlight that. Rest is required for success, but nobody ever taught you that part. They just taught you how to hustle yourself into the ground. You have to unlearn that for real. You guys really have to unlearn that. So, question 3, Black Gypsy, when you think about money, oh my God, what's the sneaky rule you feel you have to follow to be good enough to have it? One word, a sentence, whatever you got, just tell me raw. When you think about money, what's the sneaky rule you have to follow to be good enough to have it? Now, when you have a question like this, you can always tell ChatGPT this. Please give me 3 detailed examples to help me answer this question. All right. So if you get stuck, tell ChatGPT to help you get unstuck. So you're asking for what you need. That's power. All right. Here are 3 real life examples to help you fill out your answer about money. I have to work hard for it or I don't deserve it. If making money feels easy, you feel guilty or suspicious, like you cheated the system. You stay stuck in grind cycles, longer hours, saying yes to stuff you hate, accepting way less than your worth because deep down you believe ease is undeserving. Even when you do, or even when you do earn more, you can't relax because you're always worried if it'll disappear if you're not suffering enough to earn it. God, dog it. Number 2, I have to be perfect and get everything right before I'm allowed to have it. You delay raising your prices. Oh, goodness. Starting your business, asking for a raise, launching an idea, waiting until everything is flawless. That is that perfectionism. And perfectionism is another word for fear. All right. Deep down, if I'm not 100% perfect, I'm not allowed to be paid. So you end up doing $10,000 worth of work for $500, telling yourself you need more experience first, even though you're already better than half the people getting paid. Number 3, I have to help, save, or fix everyone first before I'm allowed to have anything for myself. You constantly undercharge or overgive, feeling responsible for everyone's struggle. Families, friends, clients, strangers. If you set a boundary around money, you feel selfish, greedy, or guilty. So you leak energy and resources everywhere and wonder why you're exhausted and resentful. If you guys take a look in the top left-hand corner of your screen, that QR code will take you to a product or a service, my community, that I'm actually offering you access to, and it ain't free. All right. So number 3 used to be my thing. I would give, and then have an offer in place. So that way I can practice reciprocity. And I used to feel guilty about it. I don't feel guilty about it no more. You said if stuck, please. Okay. So Black Gypsy, do any of these resonate with you, or do you want to do all 3? Do you want to do all 3? So you have to work hard. I see you said work 3 jobs to get it, right? So number 1, I know it's one. You have to work hard for it. Do you deal with perfectionism? Do you feel like you have to save everybody? What is it, Black Gypsy? Or we can go ahead and do this. Black Gypsy, We can give you a rest. Anybody want to answer this? Go ahead and let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2. 2 and 3. 1 and 3, or something else. You guys let me know. Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? All right. What do you feel? You said 1 and 2. So 1, comma 2. So ChatGPT came back and said, perfect. You just uncovered it. You've been carrying both the I have to suffer for it story and the I have to be perfect for it story. No wonder it feels heavy. You're not just trying to make money, you're trying to earn the right to even have it by working yourself to the bone and trying to be flawless at the same time. That's a setup. And it's not your fault. You learned it that way. Let's break these open even more so you can really see it. That the I have to work hard for a trap. Real life examples you might recognize. You feel guilty if something comes to you too easily, like you're waiting for a karmic slap to balance it out. You downplay your wins. It was just luck. It's not that big of a deal, even when you busted your ass to get there. Your ChatGPT said this. You don't allow yourself to celebrate. You're already stressing about the next mountain to climb because resting feels risky. Truth, money is not a receipt for suffering. You do not have to bleed for every dollar you earn. Say that one more time. You do not have to bleed for every dollar you earn. The I have to be perfect first cage. This is for my perfectionists. Real life examples you might recognize. You delay launching ideas, raising your prices, applying for opportunities because there's one more thing to fix first. You tear yourself up for tiny mistakes that don't even register to anyone else. You admire people who just go for it, but somehow you feel like you have to have triple certifications and 10 backup plans before you even allowed to start. Truth. Imperfect people are getting paid every damn day. Flawlessness is a lie made up to keep you stuck. You are already worthy of money. You are already deserving of ease. You are already enough to move, claim, and build what you want. You just weren't raised to believe that. This world, this country will make you feel like you are not enough. But you are grown enough now to choose it. And I trust you to do it. Messy, tired, brilliant, unstoppable you. Now it's asking, would you like me to ask you a final reflection question? Something that will help you start rewriting these lies into your own words. Now I want you to do that. Because what I'm going to go ahead and do now is go back into, replace the screen, into the slideshow and go to question 2. Number 2, this is what you put in next. Don't start a new conversation. All right. Boundaries aren't rude, they're respect. ChatGPT, I need your help. Please act as a boundaries first mindset coach who helps people redefine boundaries as self-respect, not selfishness. Use a clear, supportive, empowering tone to help me understand what I've been tolerating in silence and how to stop. Ask me 3 questions, one at a time, acknowledge my answers, and give me 3 real-world examples for each that show what healthy, guilt-free boundaries can look like in business, relationships, and time management. Format your responses like a blueprint for energy protection, not walls, but doorways. I hope you guys are picking that up. I'm going to go ahead and go back into, going to go back into ChatGPT. Same conversation. I'm going to put this prompt right here. Do not leave the conversation and send it through. ChatGPT is going to acknowledge your input. It says, I'm with you. Straight, solid, and fully on your side. We're not building walls around you. We're building doorways that you choose who and what gets to walk through. That's self-respect. That's love in action. Let's make it simple and strong. So the first question, where in your life do you feel like you're always explaining yourself or proving you're not a bad person for having a need? Answer however you want, a word, a story, a feeling. I'll meet you there and then give you the blueprint examples. If you want help with answering the questions, then always tell ChatGPT this. Please give me 3 detailed examples to help me answer this question. Paste it there. If it doesn't give you the examples, tell it to give you the examples. So it says smart. You're not rushing. You're making sure you see it clearly. That's exactly what boundary work feels like. Slowing down enough to catch what you've been trained to overlook. Here's 3 real-world examples to help you fill into your answer. Business example. You set a client deadline. They keep trying to push it or expect just one more quick thing after hours. Instead of holding the line, you explain, apologize, over explain. I just want to make sure you know I'm still committed. Translation: you're scared they'll think you're difficult if you stick to what was agreed upon. The healthy boundary. This project scope and timeline are clear. If you like additional support, I can offer a new proposal. That's what you say. No apology, no performance, just facts and self respect. Number 2, relationships examples. A friend or family member constantly vents to you but never asks if you're emotionally available. When you try to speak back, you over explain. It's not that I don't care about you, I'm just really tired. And I've been working a lot and I feel bad, but. Translation: you're trying to convince them you're not selfish for needing space. Here's a healthy boundary doorway. I love you. Right now, I need some quiet time to take care of myself. We'll catch up when I have more energy. Short, loving, final, no emotional ransom to pay. Number 3, time management example. You get invited to a meeting, event, project, or commitment that drains you. Instead of simply declining, you explain for paragraphs. I wish I could, but my schedule is crazy. And maybe next time if I can shuffle things around. Translation: you're trying to make your no sound like a maybe, so nobody can be upset. Healthy boundary doorway. Thank you for thinking of me. I'm not available, but I hope it's a great success. Period. No guilt stained monologue. You don't owe anyone a backstage pass to your calendar. The bottom line: every time you over explain, it's not because you're weak, it's because somewhere along the way you were taught that having needs equals being a problem. And those of you that are in this country right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're telling people constantly you need them to see you as a person and not as a race or a gender. I just need for you. But every time you say you need something, and you guys see this, you always get told that you're a problem. We're literally dealing with this right now. And I want you guys to know you are not a problem. You are a person. And your yes or your no deserves the same dignity. All right. Question 3: where in life do you feel resentment building up, even if you've never said anything out loud? Answer when you're ready. And if you want examples for this one too, just say so. Please give me examples. And wait for my answer. Let's do this first. Please give me examples after I tell you my answer for question 2, um, which is I struggle setting boundaries with family. All right. Send that through. It says, thank you. All right, there we go. I struggle setting boundaries with family. That's deep because family often trained us not to have boundaries in the first place. You're not broken for finding it hard. You're actually right on time to start doing it differently. Here's 3 real world examples showing what healthy, guilt free family boundaries can look like. Think of these like doorways you control, not walls you hide behind. So the constant access boundary, old pattern. Family calls, texts, expects instant replies. Even when you're busy, tired, or need space. You answer out of obligation, not choice. New doorway. I won't always be immediately available, but I'll get back to you when I can. If it's urgent, leave a message or call 911. That's what I literally tell people that. If it is that important and you need help that badly, call 911. They can help you better than I can. And I know to some people that sounds horrible, but there are some people who really need to hear that, right? You're setting the expectation without apology. You control your phone. It doesn't control you. So every time you hear a ding or a ping or a buzz, you don't have to jump for that thing. No. All right. Number 2, emotional dumping boundary. Old pattern. Family members vent to you nonstop about their problems, their stress, and their drama. And you carry their emotional baggage like it's your job. You feel drained, guilty, or stuck. Here's the new doorway. I care about you, but I am not able to have heavy conversations right now. Let's talk about something lighter today. You're protecting your peace and offering connection at the same time, but on terms that don't empty you out. Some of you are feeding people from your cup and not your overflow. Think a teacup. The overflow is your tea going into your saucer. What you have in your saucer is what you should be giving to other people. Do not feed people from your teacup. All right. The life choices boundary, old pattern. Family feels entitled to comment, criticize, or advise about your career. Y'all let me know if this is y'all. I know this is because I didn't have conversations with people about this, right? They got everything to say about your career, your relationships, your money, parenting, like you're still a 12-year-old child. You shrink, defend, or over explain. The new doorway. I'm happy with the choices I'm making. I'm not asking for advice right now. Short, firm, grown, no defending your life to people who had their shot at, oh God, dog at ChatGPT, really? Short, firm, grown, no defending your life to people who had their shot at living theirs. Here's the truth you're stepping into. You're allowed to set limits even with people you love. You're allowed to choose peace over performance. You're allowed to protect your energy without explaining, apologizing, or permission slips. Boundaries don't disconnect you from love. They preserve your capacity to love yourself and others from a place that's real, not resentful. Here's the third and final question. Where in your schedule, business, or habits are you giving away your time like it's infinite when deep down you know you're tired of running on empty? You can answer simply, and just like before, after you tell me, I'll map out examples for you. You're doing powerful work here. So be easy on yourself, right? So where in your schedule, business, or habits are you giving away your time like it's infinite? Right? If you needed to answer questions or ask or give you examples, say, please give me 3 examples to help me answer. Long gone are the days where you have to sit and try to figure it out yourself. Let this thing help you figure it out. So, business example, the open door policy to your calendar. You say yes to every quick favor, every can we pick your brain, call, every last minute project. I had to learn how to stop saying yes to those things because there were so many people wanted to pick my brain. So many people. Now I have people who want to look over my shoulder and they want to pay me simply to look over my shoulder. That's it. I just got to put the package together. They literally want to just peek over. They don't want me to say nothing to them. They want to see my steps, my processes. And I want you guys to know that that's a very real thing. Your workday gets hijacked by other people's priorities and your own goals stay stuck in later mode. The healthy doorway. Set specific hours. Only check messages, emails at certain times, or charge for consulting your brain instead of giving it away for free. So charge people if they want to pick your brain. Oh, absolutely. Here's my calendar. Here's the link, and the link has a paywall behind it. If you want to pick my brain, go ahead and pick my brain. Now, somebody that will say something against your what you're charging, or you charging at all, they are not your customer. Leave them where they are, because they're people that won't pay for anything anyway. All right. Relationships example: the always available friend or partner. You drop what you're doing whenever someone needs you, even when you're already exhausted or having your own deadlines. You're running on fumes, but still showing up for everyone like it's like you're a 24/7 emotional concierge. Healthy doorway. I'm not available right now, but I love to connect when I'm more present. You're not abandoning them, you're refusing to abandon yourself. All right. Personal time example: the just 5 more minutes trap. You spend more hours mindlessly scrolling, half working, half resting, but never really filling your own cup. Time bleeds out and you wonder where your day went again. Healthy doorway. Protect focused work blocks, protect focused work blocks and real downtime by setting start stop times and honoring them like you would for someone you respect, because that someone is you. The bottom line: time isn't just about clocks and schedules, it's about energy, where it flows, where it leaks, and where it deserves to be guarded like treasure. You deserve to be deliberate about how you spend your life, not reactive, not resentful, not last on your own damn list. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's see here. I'm going to do, I'm going to say, this is me. This is me. Put that there. Send it through just so it knows my answer. All right. Old pattern, always available, friend or partner. All right. It's telling me everything there, but that's not it for me. All right. The third prompt that we have. So let me go ahead and flip on my screen. Don't change out your conversation. Don't change out your conversation. So number 3, stop fighting what already happened. ChatGPT, I need your help. Please act as a healing-centered coach who helps people stop rehearsing past pain, shame, or regrets and start using acceptance as power. Use a calm, honest, compassionate tone to help me stop arguing with what already happened and start freeing myself to create what's next. Ask me 3 questions, one at a time. After each answer, offer 3 grounded examples of what acceptance might feel like or look like in my life, emotionally, energetically, and practically. Format your response like a release ritual, one that helps me stop being loyal to old wounds. I'm going to copy that prompt and then I'm going to take it into ChatGPT. So replace the screen. Put the prompt right here. Do not start a new conversation. You are literally building out your own brain behind ChatGPT. And I'm going to show you guys what you can do with all of this. So release ritual number 1, step 1, first question. What's one memory, mistake, or moment you keep replaying, as if going over it enough times might somehow undo it or make it hurt less? Answer however it comes up, short, messy, raw. I'll meet you there. After your answer, I'll show you 3 ways acceptance could feel and look for you. Take your time. I'm going to just put something in here. I didn't get my degree. A lot of you feel like you need a degree. I'm going to send it through. Education is key, but don't beat yourself up if you didn't get your degree. All right. Says, thank you for trusting me with that. You didn't dodge it. You looked right in the eye. That's already the beginning of release. You said, I didn't get my degree. I hear all the layers inside that, the dreams tied to it, the expectations, the way the world or family or your own mind made it feel like a stamp of worthiness you somehow missed. But here's what's real: a piece of paper doesn't define your brilliance, your value, or your future. Let's walk through how acceptance could start feeling, not as giving up, but as finally setting yourself free. So, three ways acceptance could feel and look for you now. Estelle, you said this is you? All right. So, emotionally, acceptance feels like laying down the whip. No more punishing yourself with what ifs or could have beens. You honor the fact that past you made the best choices you could with what you knew and had at the time. You let yourself grieve if you need to, not because you're broken, but because you deserve space to complete the old dream before you build a new one. Those of you that do not know what that means, everything that feels like you did not, anything that feels like it has an ending to it, you may need to grieve it. You may need to grieve the fact that you didn't get that degree, not because you feel bad about yourself, but because you want to give yourself space to complete that dream. And grieving can be the completion to that cycle. So that way you can build a new one. So your mantra you might use: I am not less than, I am more than one path I didn't take. I'm going to say that one more time for you, Estelle. You are not less than, you are more than one path that you didn't take. Energetically, acceptance feels like calling your power back from a story that's been draining you. Every time you think, if only I had my degree, and stop yourself, that's energy leaking. Acceptance seals that leak. You decide this chapter doesn't get to drain me anymore. You pour that energy into what you can build now: your skill, vision, opportunities that don't require old approval stamps. Tiny daily shift. When you catch yourself spiraling, say this or do this, or say this to yourself: pause. That version of me doesn't run today's choices. Practically, acceptance looks like creating anyway. You apply for the thing, you launch the product, you lead the room. You stop asking yourself if you're allowed to move forward because of paper you don't have. You build credibility through your results, heart and genius, not an outdated checklist. Real world move, make a list titled What Qualifies Me Today? Good God Almighty. Not what's missing, what's already true. What qualifies me today? You are not here to prove your worth to a world that measures by credentials alone. You are here to embody it. And no degree, no title, no missed moment can take that away from you. Release ritual number 2. Second question: what's one feeling you've been holding on to? Anger, guilt, sadness, because some part of you thinks letting go would mean they won. It didn't matter. Answer when you're ready. After you do, I'll guide you through how acceptance can shift that feeling to I'm ready if you are. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say guilty about not finishing my degree. Also, unworthy of prosperity because I haven't finished my degree. Spell prosperity wrong, but it gets it. It says, thanks for being honest. You're not running from it. You're facing it, which already makes you stronger than that old guilt ever was. You said guilty about finishing my degree, also unworthy of prosperity. That guilt, that shame around success is not because you failed. It's because someone, maybe many someones, taught you that worthiness and conditions attached to it. Finish this, earn that, then you're enough. You are already enough, Estelle. You didn't get told the truth. Now let's walk through how acceptance can shift that guilt and unworthiness, not in some fluffy, just think positive way, but in real grounded daily living. 3 ways acceptance could feel and look around this guilt. Emotionally, acceptance feels like making peace with your full story without editing out the parts that hurt. You can be proud of who you are and acknowledge what didn't go as planned. I'm going to say that one more time. You can be proud of who you are and acknowledge what didn't go as planned without the shame soundtrack playing in the background. You don't have to deserve prosperity. You exist, therefore you are worthy. Say this: I am not a mistake. My path is not broken. My worth is not on trial. Energetically, acceptance feels like cutting the invisible chains between your past and your future. Guilt is a heavy leash. It keeps pulling you back when you're trying to step forward. Acceptance says, I see you. I learned from you, but you don't get to steer anymore. You allow success in without feeling like you have to pay off old debts to receive it. Tiny energetic ritual. Every morning, say this to yourself: I give myself full permission to prosper exactly as I am today. Practically, acceptance looks like acting as if you're already worthy because you are. You stop waiting for a permission slip. You price your work fairly. You negotiate like you belong there. You apply for the opportunity like you're an asset, not an exception. A lot of you treat your jobs like they're doing you a favor when you're actually doing your job a favor. Real world move. Pick one bold action this week that future you, the one who believes she's worthy, would take, and do it even if your hands are shaking. You're not guilty of anything except surviving a system that told you your worth was conditional, and you're already free to unlearn that. Ritual, release ritual. Step 3, the third question. If you could speak to the version of you who feels guilty and unworthy, what's one thing you wish she knew back then? One truth that would have changed everything if she had heard it. I'm going to answer this for myself. You made a difference in so many lives. Send it through. ChatGPT is going to acknowledge my input. And it says here, that's it right there, the deepest truth. You made a difference in so many lives, not because of a degree, not because of checking the right boxes, not because you played by someone else's rule book, but because you showed up. You loved, you gave, you lived. And here's the real release. You already became the person you were trying to earn the right to be. You don't have to keep paying dues on a life you've already changed for the better. All right. So, how acceptance could look and feel from here. So, emotionally, acceptance feels like forgiveness, not for doing something wrong, but forever thinking you weren't enough. You get to wrap your arms around every version of you, the striving one, the hurting one, the tired one, and tell her you were never failing. You are always planting seeds you couldn't even see yet. Release statement you might carry: I made a difference even when I doubted myself. I am already a living legacy. Energetically, acceptance feels like releasing the heavy backpack of proving and earning and walking lighter into what's next. No more bargaining for your worth, no more overworking to justify your existence. You let your impact, not your self-judgment, be your evidence. Try energetic practice. When guilt or doubt creeps in, touch your heart and say, literally, touch your heart. This is something that I learned in therapy. Touch your heart, all of you, when you're saying these things to yourself. My existence is enough. My love is enough. I am already enough. My existence is enough. My love is enough. And I am already enough. All right. Say that one more time. My existence is enough. Put your hand on your chest. My existence is enough. My love is enough. I am already enough. Screenshot it if you have to. All right. Now let's take a look at this practically. Acceptance looks like building forward with the energy you used to spend looking back. Launch the thing, take the class, write the book, ask for the opportunity. Not because you're trying to make up for anything, but because you finally believe you deserve to create joy without shame attached. A real world move, start one project you've been putting off until you're more qualified and let it be messy, brave, and yours. The final release, take a breath, place your hand over your heart, repeat out loud if you can. All right, let me see if I can get it up here on the screen. See if I can paste it, send it through. There it is. Do it here, paste it, send it through. I release the need to argue with my past. I honor the difference I have already made. I call all my power, all my energy, and all my dreams. I am no longer loyal to my wounds. I am loyal to my future. Put your hand over your heart, screenshot this, repeat it. I release the need to argue with my past. I honor the difference. Let me back up a little bit. I release the need to argue with my past and everybody that is there, because a lot of you have arguments with people who are sleeping peacefully in their grave. Leave that energy back then. I release the need to argue with my past. I honor the difference I have already made. I call back all my power, all my energy, and all my dreams. I am no longer loyal to my wounds. I am loyal to my future. All right. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not less than. You are here and you are ready. Now, I was asking what I like for it to do the next thing. And the answer to that is nah, because I'm going to go ahead and take care of this for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and replace the screen and go back to this guide and show you guys the next prompt. Number 4, build it like you'll be quoted someday. ChatGPT, make sure you guys screenshot this. ChatGPT, I need your help. Please act as a visionary business coach who helps people build businesses that reflect their healing, their values, and their voice, not their fear or hustle trauma. Use an inspiring real talk tone to help me think bigger, slower, and more rooted in who I actually am. Ask me 3 questions, one at a time. Acknowledge my answers and give me 3 examples for each that show how people build legacy businesses, or for each that show how people build legacy-led businesses that feel like home, not performance. Format your response like you're helping me lay a foundation of business I want my descendants to inherit. All right. A lot of us are handing off trauma to our descendants. You're handing off trauma. Hand off hope. Even if you don't have the finances to leave to them, hand off hope. And you may give them the opportunity to create the finances that you didn't have the opportunity to create. I'm going to go ahead and switch out my screen, go back into ChatGPT. Paste that prompt right there. Don't leave the conversation. ChatGPT is going to acknowledge your input. It says, I'm in. We're not just building a business. We're laying the foundation for a legacy. One, so real, so rooted that your future descendants could live inside it and still hear your, oh my God. One, so real, so rooted that your future descendants could live inside it and still hear your heartbeat in the walls. This won't be built out on panic, performance, or pretending. This will be built on truth, healing, and your real voice. The first question: if you could only be known for one thing through your work, one feeling, one message, one impact, what would you want it to be? Answer in your own words. Don't overthink it. I'm going to say living in my truth and power despite what this world believes to be my truth. Send it through. Says that's powerful, not just business powerful, soul powerful. Living in my truth and power despite what this world believes to be my truth. That right there is the blueprint. No fitting into someone else's idea of you, not shrinking to be palatable, not chasing approval you don't even respect. You're building something that stands as proof. You are the author of your own story and no one else holds the pen. Here's 3 ways people build legacy-led businesses around exactly that. Values-centered offerings, not trend chasing. Instead of chasing every new market trend, they build services, products and programs that express their truth, even when it's not the most popular thing. Example, a coach creates a program for people reclaiming their voice after burnout, not just getting more productive, but healing the reason they burned out after all. All right. Legacy businesses don't pivot with every breeze, they lead with their values. Brand messaging that sounds like your actual voice. They refuse to water down their voice to sound neutral or corporate. Example, a wellness entrepreneur builds a brand that openly talks about ancestral healing, cultural roots, and self determination, not just generic self care. Their marketing feels human, not hollow. Their audience connects because they recognize realness, not performance. Community over vanity. Oh, this is my, y'all know this is my jam right here. Community over vanity metrics. They prioritize depth over clout. Example, an artist focuses on nurturing a smaller, fiercely loyal community that resonates with their work instead of obsessing over going viral or hitting empty follower accounts. Y'all know this is me all day, right? Their business grows sustainably because it's built on relationships, not attention spans. Legacy led businesses aren't faster than hustle built businesses, they are truer. And because they are truer, they outlast the noise. You are absolutely wired to build that kind of home for yourself and whoever's coming after you. Second question, when you imagine the daily life of running your future business, what do you want it to feel like in your body, your mind, and your relationships? Not the shiny IG version, the real feeling you want under your skin: ease and peace. Send it through. Perfect. You didn't say busy, you didn't say hustling, you said ease and peace. That's real wealth. Wealth is quiet, money is loud. Say that for y'all one more time. Wealth is quiet, money is loud. Money has the most fancy things, just showboating to everybody, right? Wealth is quiet, walks in a room, demands attention, but at the very same time, it's not flashy. But you know they're wealthy. Even if they don't have on name brand shoes, you know they're wealthy just by how they step into the room. All right. So ease and peace, that's real wealth. Ease in your body, peace in your mind, spaciousness in your relationships. Most people build businesses that eat them alive. You're building one that feeds you back. Here's 3 ways real people design legacy businesses around ease and peace. Simplified offers, not a menu of chaos. Instead of creating 47 products or services, they craft 1 to 3 core offers that solve deep problems they care about. DCT fundamentals, DCT Accelerator. Example, a consultant offers 1 signature program per quarter, focused, deep, and transformational, instead of stacking endless mini courses and webinars. Result, they don't wake up every day scrambling. They wake up clear, confident, and centered. How simple can I let it be is the guided question you want to ask yourself. Boundary time, not always on energy. They create real business hours and actually honor them if they work for themselves. Example, a designer sets client communication boundaries, emails responded to Monday through Thursday, no calls on Fridays, and trains clients to respect them. Result, they work in flow, not in survival mode. They get to have lives outside of their laptops. Guiding question, how can I protect my peace without apology? Automated, value-driven marketing, not daily performing. They build simple, evergreen marketing systems like emails, blog posts, and content libraries, YouTube videos that people can go back to that keep connecting to new people without them having to dance for attention every day. I don't dance for nobody. I don't shoot. Example, a coach writes 10 soulful emails once, sets them on an automated welcome sequence, and focuses daily energy on serving, not selling. Guiding questions, how can my business work for me even when I'm resting? The bottom line, ease and peace are not rewards you earn after you break yourself. They are the soil you build from if you dare to trust yourself enough, and you clearly do. Question 3, what's one fear or old belief about success that you know you'll have to lay down gently but firmly so it doesn't get poured into concrete on your legacy? Working 24/7. Send it through. Good. You're being honest with yourself, and that's how real foundations get poured. You said working 24/7. That's one of the oldest lies out there. If you're not working constantly, you don't deserve success. You already know that's not the kind of life you're willing to pass down. You're not here to build a prison with your own two hands. You're here to build a sanctuary. Let's walk through three ways real legacy builders lay down the 24/7 hustle, the lie, and still win bigger, deeper, freer. Success redefined as sustainability, not sacrifice. They stopped measuring success by hours worked, followers gained, or inbox cleared. A creative entrepreneur defines success as having the energy to show up fully for my work, my family, and myself every week, not just on vacation once a year. They build a stamina for a lifetime, not just a season of burnout. If it costs me my health, my relationships, or my peace is too expensive, no matter how much money it makes. I ended up walking away from a whole job because it cost me my health. Mhm. Best thing I could ever did for myself. And I did it without a plan. Scaling Spark, not suffering solo. They stopped trying to carry the entire business alone like some badge of honor. That's why I have all those coaches and mods. I'm not trying to do this by myself. I couldn't have enjoyed my weekend. I couldn't have been off on the Friday call, on the Wednesday call, on the Sunday call if I did not have a team. A coach hires a virtual assistant before they're drowning, automates client onboarding, and sets up systems that make money while they rest. I have a bunch of assistants that build my Etsy shop, that build my Shopify shop, that make sure that people show their receipts to get into DCT. I'm not the one doing that. I have somebody in place that answers messages in DCT. I ain't the one doing that, right? They still own the vision, but they stop being the mule dragging it uphill. Just because I can do it all doesn't mean I should. Legacy is built by leaders, not martyrs. Creating time, wealth alongside financial wealth. They prioritize creating spaciousness as much as they prioritize income. A consultant only takes client calls on 2 set days a week and leaves the other days for deep work, creativity, and life. Money grows with time, not at the cost of it. The healing shift: I am creating a life that pays me in both dollars and days. I am creating a life that pays me in both dollars and days. Time is a currency, not just money. Time is a currency. And unlike money, once time is spent, it's gone. The bottom line: working 24/7 is not a flex, it's a form of bondage. And you're not here to build chains. You are here to build freedom that lasts. You're doing it already just by choosing to think, plan, and build differently. So the foundation recap: root value, living in your truth and power, not the world's false labels. Daily feeling, ease and peace, not pressure and panic. Fear to lay down the myth that you have to grind 24/7 to be worthy. You are not hustling to exist. You are creating something worthy of being inherited. All right. Then the next thing is this. Go here. Be the ancestor they brag about. ChatGPT, I need your help. Please act as a legacy impact coach who helps people connect their healing to future generations, even the ones they'll never meet. Use a grounded, affirming, deeply intentional tone to help me think generationally and build a life, voice, and business that my people will feel proud of. We're going to build a business out of this whole conversation with ChatGPT. Ask me 3 questions, one at a time. After each answer, give me 3 vision-based examples of how my decisions now could echo into the future for my family, my audience, and my community. Format your response like a vision statement, one that roots me in today while reaching forward 100 years. So go ahead and screenshot it. I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to head into ChatGPT. Same conversation. Don't leave the conversation. Go into ChatGPT. And I'm going to paste that prompt right there. So it says, I'm here, grounded, ready, intentional, because that's the only way real legacy is built. We're not just talking about this life, we're A century into the future where people with your blood, your dreams, your spirit will still feel the impact of what you chose today. So, legacy one, what's one truth you fought for in your own life? One you want future generations to never have to fight so hard for. Believing that I am good enough just as I am. Send it through. That's it. That's the root. Believing that I am good enough just as I am. You're not just healing for you. You're breaking a chain that's been passed down for generations. The chain that said be more, do more, prove more, or you're not enough. You're standing here deciding. The cycle ends with me. The ease begins with them. Let's lay out your decision today, how your decision today could echo forward 100 years. Family legacy. Because you chose healing over hustling for approval, your descendants won't grow up under the weight of shame they don't understand but somehow feel. A lot of us have the weight of shame that isn't even ours. I had a therapist tell me that. Some of the stuff that you're carrying isn't even yours. You don't even understand it, but somehow you feel it. Some of us have, I even heard a therapist say this, some of us have fear of heights we don't even understand. Some of us have fear of water we don't even understand. You're literally carrying something from somebody else, but because you haven't done the work or know that that's actually a thing that you can release yourself from, you continue to feel that way. Your legacy, they'll know from day one that worthiness isn't something they have to hustle for. It's in their bloodline now. My kids already know they ain't got to hustle. They know it's in their bloodline. And those of you, I don't put the twins or my Ebony in front of everybody, but my nephew is there. Y'all don't see him. Y'all don't see him hustling. It's in his bloodline. He already knows. He already knows that he can do whatever he wants to do. He knows he can take bigger risks, dream loud dreams, and bounce back faster from failure because his foundation isn't built on fear. It was belonging. They will not inherit my self-doubt. This is your vision statement. They will not inherit my self-doubt. They will inherit my self-trust. The audience legacy, because you choose to embody enoughness in your work. The people you serve will feel permission to show up raw, messy, and real, and still know they're valuable. You won't just teach authenticity, you'll model it by existing unapologetically in your truth. Your brand, your art, your message will not just be a business, it will be a mirror where others see their own enoughness reflected. And I know what I know, and a lot of people in DCT tell me they feel this way. They really feel this way. They feel okay with just being themselves, just being just how they are. All right. So your vision statement, I don't just build followers, I build mirrors where people see their own light. That is, and I couldn't have said this better myself. I don't just build followers. I'm not just building groups just to be building groups. I build mirrors where people see their own light. That is my goal. I want people to see their own light, right? Community legacy, because you choose to stop auditioning for your own life. You'll influence communities to stop grinding their worth into dust for systems. You'll influence communities to stop grinding their worth into dust for systems that were never made for their full humanity. Good God Almighty, if this is not where we are right now. You'll raise the standard for what leadership looks like, not polished perfection, but whole, healing human beings. Your presence will whisper across generations. You are never too much. You are always right on time. The vision statement, I live in a way that reminds others they don't have to earn the right to belong. I hope I do that for you guys, right? The bottom line, when you choose to believe you are enough, you don't just change your story, you change the starting line for every life that touches yours. Y'all get that, DCT? Y'all get that? I hope y'all get that. The second question, what's one gift, lesson, or value you want to intentionally pass on through your work, your relationships, or the way you live your everyday life? I'm going to say boundaries help me be a better version of myself. I don't set boundaries to punish. I set boundaries to nurture my relationships. Send it through. ChatGPT is going to acknowledge your input. It says that's powerful and is rooted in real love, not fear. Boundaries help me be a better version of myself. I don't set boundaries to punish. I set boundaries to nurture my relationships. That's not just wisdom for today. That's wisdom for generations. Because for so many of us, boundaries were twisted into something ugly. You're selfish. You don't care. You're abandoning us. You're standing here saying, no, my boundaries are how I love honestly, not how I punish. That shift will echo louder than you know. Here's how your decision could ripple out 100 years. Family legacy, because you live and model healthy boundaries. Your descendants won't confuse exhaustion with loyalty. They'll know that real love has space inside it, space to breathe, space to be whole, space to choose. They won't grow up believing they have to lose themselves to stay connected. Vision statement: in my family, love includes the word no, and it's still love. Audience legacy, because you teach and embody nurturing boundaries. Your clients, students, or followers will experience you not as someone trying to control or please them, but as someone deeply rooted in self respect. You'll teach by example that saying no isn't rejection, it's protection of what's sacred. Your business or platform will magnetize people who aren't just looking to consume from you, but who respect the space you hold and the limits you set. The vision statement: my work teaches people how to stay whole inside relationships, not lost. Community legacy, because you build relationships for clarity, not obligation. The communities you touch will evolve slowly but surely, and they surely are. From codependency into co-creation, you'll help normalize real conversations around capacity, consent, emotional labor, things past generations were taught to bury. And because of that, your ripple won't just heal individuals, it will heal systems. Vision statement: in every space I enter, I leave behind a blueprint for healthy connections. That's me. I surely do. Boundaries aren't walls. They're the doors that protect the soul of every relationship that matters. You're setting those doors wide open for everyone coming after you. The third question: when you imagine someone 100 years from now, someone who carries your blood, your name, your face, or even just your impact, what's one thing you want them to say or feel because you live the way that you did? I am enough. Send it through. There it is, the core, the echo. You are planting across time. I am enough. Simple, unbreakable, world changing. Because when someone 100 years from now, someone who may never even know your full name, stands tall in their own skin and says, I am enough, it will be because you decided today that your healing was not going to die with you. It was going to become an inheritance. Here's how your choice to live this truth today ripples outward. Family legacy, because you chose to live I am enough. Your descendants will feel less pressure to fit in molds that were never meant for them. They'll stop asking to be in spaces. They'll stop arguing with people on social media whose families handed down cognitive dissonance as their inheritance. They'll stop arguing with people who will vote against their own well interests simply because they have these poor ideas of humanity. You will live in your truth. You will live in your truth out loud, regardless of what someone thinks your truth is. And you will not make an argument about it. You will see it, you will swipe right, and you'll keep on going, and you will live your truth out loud. You don't need to use words. Show up. All right? They'll create art, businesses, communities, not to prove their worth, but because they already know it's embedded in them. They will trust themselves faster, heal faster, dream bigger because they didn't inherit a wound of not enoughness. They inherited your wholeness. 100-year vision statement because she lived. We do not question our right to exist fully, loudly, and freely. Audience legacy because you build your work from I am enough. You won't create marketing that triggers insecurity. You won't build offers that feed on fear. You'll build spaces, products, and ideas that nurtures people's self-trust so that even when they leave your orbit, they still carry their own power with them. Your 100-year vision statement, her work wasn't just about growth, it was about rooting us back into ourselves. Community legacy because you embody I am enough in community. You'll shift how leadership, collaboration, and success looks in your spaces, away from competition and into mutual celebration. You'll normalize imperfection, humanity, evolution without shame attached. Your presence will open a generational permission slip. You get to be human here, and you get to win anyway. 100-year vision statement, she showed us that we are enough, not after we succeed, but before we even start. The bottom line, your choice today to believe, live, and work from I am enough isn't small. It's soil, it's seed, it's the beginning of a forest you may never see, but that will shelter lives you will always be a part of. Your full legacy vision statement, because I chose to believe I was good enough as I am. My descendants, my audience, and my community inherit permission to be fully human. Because I set boundaries from love, not punishment. The spaces I build teach others. The spaces I build teach others how to stay whole inside connection. Because I broke the myth of endless hustle. My life proves that peace and prosperity can coexist. Because I lived this truth, even 100 years from now, someone will stand in their power and whisper back to me through time, I am enough. All right. So then it has here, if you want, I can also help you turn this into a short legacy manifesto. You could print, frame, or read to yourself whenever you need to remember what you're really building. Just say yes if you want it. All right, so you can do that. Or we're gonna go ahead and head back to, let's go there, let's do this, replace, go back. So the framework that I just took you guys through, the five prompts mirror this framework. Deprogram, redefined, accept, rebuild, pass on. I literally took you guys through a reframing framework to help you get to the healed version of yourself by being honest with yourself, by showing yourself some grace, by believing in yourself. So what's next? Don't just heal, build with it. You've done more than answer prompts. You've told the truth. You've reclaimed energy that was never meant to be drained. You started building a legacy from peace, not pressure. Now let's talk about how to use what you've unlocked. Turn your answers into digital products. Your responses aren't just healing, they're valuable content. Here's how to repurpose your breakthroughs. Journals. Break one prompt into a 30-day self-reflection workbook. Planners, turn your boundaries and vision into a system others can use. Affirmation, decks, or ebooks, repackage your truth into tools that speak life. Courses or coaching programs, build offerings around the exact shift you just lived through. Reminder, you don't need more ideas, you already lived the material. Now it's time to package it. Keep using AI as your healing co-creator. These prompts were designed for AI tools like ChatGPT, but now you've seen how it works. Try this next. Ask ChatGPT to help you outline a digital product based on your answers. Use it to create content from your story, blog posts, captions, emails, or ask it, based on these answers, what kind of journal or planner could I help with others, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to, instead of doing this here, I'm going to ask ChatGPT, tell me build out a digital product. Go back into ChatGPT, replace the screen, put that there. ChatGPT, help me build an outline. Help me build an outline. Help me build a list. We'll do help me build a list of digital product ideas. Help me build a list of digital product digital products based on my answers. Give me 5 ideas. I need the idea and the purpose. Send it through. Got it. Here are 5 digital products you can create just from where you are. Nothing random, all tied to your healing and legacy and leadership. Self-worth journaling bundle. To guide people through writing the I am enough narrative into deep self-trust. You could include printable journal prompts, affirmation sheets, audio meditations, and a 30-day I am enough reflection challenge. It helps others build inner evidence of their worth without waiting for external validation. Boundaries and self-respect toolkits to help people set clear, nurturing boundaries without guilt. You could offer scripts for hard conversations, boundary setting planners, emotional check-in worksheets, and self-paced video lessons. Legacy letter template to help people write powerful letters to their future descendants, audience, or selves, anchoring their healing and dreams into something lasting. You could create fillable letter templates, reflection questions, a mini course on how to plant seeds for the future, moves people from thinking about legacy to actively building it. Ease-based business starter kit, nice, to help soul-driven entrepreneurs design businesses around peace, purpose, and sustainability instead of hustle and burnout. You can offer business planning templates, boundary setting for entrepreneurs guide, brand voice worksheets, vision mapping exercises, supports people in creating businesses that feel like home, not a second prison. All right. I am enough, affirmation audio and visual packs to surround people with constant nourishing reminders of their enoughness. You could record calming affirmation audios, design printable affirmation cards, lock screens, and desktop worksheets. Help your audiences rewire their daily environment to reinforce their healing, not their old wounds. You can do all of that just from where you are right now. This is when I tell you guys you don't have to go too far from yourself. You just have to do some exploration. So your legacy isn't a future dream. It's what you're building right now with your voice, your clarity, and your peace. And we're here for it. Let's keep building. So if you guys want to join DCT, the code is up there. Go ahead and join DCT. DCT, what I want to show you guys this is really quickly. I have something over in DCT. All right. So I'm going to go to the school platform. I already have it over here. Is that the one? All right, I'm going to go here. Let's see, share this tab instead. I'm in DCT. DCT, I want you guys to go over to the classroom. I want you to go down to chat, PLR, Vault. I want you to go here to Repurpose Like a Pro, a small business owner's guide. When you get this presentation, there is a prompt inside of this presentation. So use this template for a new design. I'm going to go ahead and share this tab. I want you to scroll down until you get to this prompt in the guide. Right there. ChatGPT, I need your help using a done-for-you ebook or guide as a starting point to create something new. Copy all of that. I want you to go into ChatGPT. I want you to go ahead and paste that prompt there. I want you to take the presentation that you'll get from me, upload it, add it there. Same presentation that I just gave, and hit enter. Send it through. It's going to help you repurpose it into something different. Summary of the uploaded PLR product. It gave the flow of the guide, giving you the terms of use, right? It's going to ask you some questions. What's your niche? I'm going to say helping Black women entrepreneurs turn their personal growth into profitable digital products. Send that through. Number 2, who's your target audience inside this niche? Uh, let's see here. Black women who have launched something before but are stuck making consistent passive income. Question 3, what is your brand's tone or voice? Empowering and nurturing or affirming? Send that through. Watch what it does. Oh, wait a minute. We got some more questions. What overall fear or feeling or transformation do you want the reader to walk away after finishing the ebook? We're going to say, I am worthy of creating digital products that reflect my healing and make money. Send it through. Now it's saying, here are the ideas that you can create from the guide based on just the guide itself. You can put the same prompt in that conversation. So 5 ebook guide titles from the book, from this thing, this presentation you'll get from me. Title, The Healed Hustler's Handbook. How to turn your growth into gold without burning out again. Profitable Peace. Build digital products that pay you and protect your energy. Legacy over likes. Turning healing into digital products that outlive the algorithms. The Blueprint Breakthrough. How your healing journey already holds the keys to passive income. Heal, create, prosper. The step-by-step guide to turning pain into profitable products. So the next one, it says, we'll pick ideas and turn. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pick an idea. So we're going to do legacy over likes. I'm going to put it in here, send it through. And it is building out the guide, legacy over likes. Turning healing into digital products that outlive algorithms. The welcome. You're not here to chase trends, you're here to build a life. The introduction. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Chapter 3. Conclusions and next steps. 3 possible alternate titles. 5 lead magnet ideas for legacy over likes. The marketing plan support, it will do it for you. All right. So DCT, I want you to go here. Go to the classroom. Go to the classroom. Scroll down until you see PLR, Vault. Click here. It'll take you into the document. Look at page 18. Grab this prompt, drop it. Anything, any PLR product you have, anything, it will do it for any of these. So you guys don't have to try to figure out how to repurpose a PLR product. Create something brand new and then create your own library of PLR products. All right. So that is for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and go back into school, go to the community, and I am going to come here and I'm going to see if I can edit this. I'm going to attach the guide, put it right here. So you guys have access to it. I'm going to save it. So right there, you have access to it. All right. And you'll have access to this replay. All right. So that is my spiel for tonight. I really felt like I needed to go heavy and hard on this because a lot of us are dealing with some very negative things we see going on in this world right now. And I want to show you guys how to protect your peace, how to still thrive in a space that is hell bent on you not even surviving it. All right. How to elevate above what you see going on right now in the news. All right. I want you guys to elevate above it. All right. If you ever have any questions, especially DCT, please let me know in the community and I'll do my very best to answer your questions. But before I get out of here, does anybody have any questions? This was a long class, and I'm going to break this up into shorter videos for social media. But does anybody have any questions before I get out of here? Any questions? All right. So if there are no questions, I'm going to go ahead and head out of here and say to you guys, have a great night. My name is Misha Bazemore, and I am here to change your mind about what you see going on in the world right now.